And we welcome you to Egg Stadium for the 86th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. This is Frank Martinez. I will be your play-by-play announcer for tonight's game. This game will feature the visiting team, the Santa Barbara, California Forsters, versus the home team, the Liberal Kansas BJ's. Here's the starting lineups for today's game. First of all, for the Forsters, leading off and playing shortstop will be number 8, Matthew McLean. Batting second, the second baseman, number 2, Jace Jung. Batting third and DHing will be number 17, Christian Encarnacion. Batting fourth and playing first base will be number 23, Braden Bozier. Batting fifth and catching will be number 10, Noah Cardenas. Batting sixth and playing right field will be number 7, Ryan Holgate. Batting seventh and playing third base, number 6, Sean McLean. Batting eighth and playing center field will be number 33, Hunter Cullen. Batting ninth and playing left field will be number 22, Casey Dykstra. Batting and pitching now for the Forsters will be number 36, Sean Johnson. Head coach for the Forsters is Bill Pintard, assisted by Thornton Hubbard, Shuck Aguilar, and Hogan. Now here's the starting lineup for the Liberal Kansas BJ's. Leading off and playing center field will be number 26, Caden Trinkle. Batting second, the right fielder, number 6, Jack Malone. Batting third and catching will be number 33, Cade Brewer. Batting fourth and playing first base will be number 20, Cade Ward. Batting fifth and DHing, number 33, Wilson Earnhardt. Batting sixth and playing third base, number 29, Tyler Delong. Batting seventh and playing shortstop will be number 12, Aiden Shepherdson. Batting eighth and playing left field, number 24, A.J. Folds. Batting ninth and playing second base will be number 8, Nate White. And pitching will be number 44, Cole Evans. Coaching staff for the BJ's is Eric Olmstead and Blake Walden. Once again, the winner of this game will not have to play until Saturday. The loser will play tomorrow night. And we already know who the winner will be taking on. They will be taking on the Cheney, Kansas Diamond Dogs as they just defeated Hayes 2-1. So once again, the winner will play Saturday, and they'll face Cheney, Kansas Diamond Dogs. Liberal Kansas BJ's are coming in an at-large team from the Kansas Collegiate Baseball League. And the Santa Barbara, California Forsters are at-large out of the California Collegiate League. First batter due up for the Forsters will be the shortstop, number 8, Matthew McLean. Once again, pitching now for Liberal will be number 44, Cole Evans. We're about ready to get underway. The Santa Barbara Forsters wearing their maroon jerseys with white pants. First pitch by Evans is called strike one. McLean is a right-handed batter. That one fouled off there by McLean. From Tustin, California. He is a 5'11", 170-pounder, sophomore out of UCLA. And pitching for Liberal is Cole Evans. Evans is from Liberal, Kansas, 6'5", 245-pounder, a junior out of the University of Arkansas Little Rock. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes now to McLean. As we're just underway, we welcome you to the telecast. Once again, my name's Frank Martinez, and I will be your play-by-play announcer for tonight's game. That ball lifted to the right-hand side. The right fielder, Jack Malone, gets under it, makes the catch for out number 1. So we have 1 down here in the top half of the first inning as we're just underway. And that will bring up the second baseman, number 2, Jace Jung. Jung bats from the left-hand side. He's from San Antonio, Texas, a 6', 200-pounder, freshman out of Texas Tech University. First pitch to Jung is ball one, so the count goes 1 ball and no strikes. We'd like to welcome all of you who are listening in or watching us on YouTube. We welcome you to the 86th National Baseball Congress World Series, powered by Evergy. Count is 2 balls, no strikes now to Jung. And here's Evans' pitch, missing for ball 3. So the count 3-0 now. This is the second batter up for the Forsters as we're just underway. McLean, the first batter, flew out to right field for out number 1. Evans' pitch in there for call strike 1. That one at fastball at 94 miles an hour. And Evans ready on the 3-1 pitch. That one fastball also in there for call strike. That one also at 94 miles an hour. So good pitch there by Evans to get back into it as the count goes full now at 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes now to Jung. That one lifted to the left-hand side. The left fielder backing up. Left fielder A.J. Foles gets under it, makes the catch for out number 2. So now we have 2 down here in the top half of the first inning. We'll bring up the designated hitter, number 17, Christian Encarnacion. And Cole Evans ready to go to work. Swing and a miss there for call strike 1. Encarnacion is a right-handed batter from Pleasant Hills, California. A 6'2", 225-pounder. Senior out of Oklahoma State University. There's a check swing there by Encarnacion, and a call strike. So the count goes no balls, 2 strikes. 8:53 now here in Wichita. Temperature is 76 degrees and clear. 77% humidity. The winds have died down a little bit. They are now out of the southeast at 7 miles an hour. Breaking ball just missing outside for ball 1. So the count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That one lifted to the right-hand side. That may be out of play as it goes back behind the first base dugout. So the count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Defensively for Liberal, Ward at first base, White at second, Shepherdson at short, Delong at third, Folds in left field, Trinkle in center, and Malone in right. Catching is Brewer, and Cole Evans pitching as the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one lifted into center field. Trinkle backing up, moving to his left, making the catch for out number 3. So fly out there to center field for the 3rd out. Top half of the first inning for the Foresters. They scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Due up here for the Liberal BJs, we'll have the center fielder, number 26, Caden Trinkle. He'll be followed by Malone and Brewer. Defensively for the Foresters at first base, number 23, Bozier. Second baseman will be number 2, Jung. At shortstop, number 8, McLean. The third baseman, number 6, McLean. That's Sean McLean. The left fielder, number 22, Dykstra. Center fielder, will be the number 33, Cullen. Right fielder, we have number 7, Holgate. Catching will be number 10, Cardenas. And pitching for Santa Barbara will be number 36, Sean Johnson. Johnson will be a right-handed thrower from Durango, Colorado. He's a 6'7", 230-pounder, a graduate out of Ole Miss. Tall kid at 6'7", 230-pounder. The Liberal BJ's are wearing camouflage jerseys in blue with white pants. They do have white hats. And Sean Johnson just finishing up his toss here. We're about ready to go. And once again, leading off for the Liberal BJ's will be the center fielder, number 26, Caden Trinkle. Trinkle will be batting from the left side. He is from Hillsboro, Texas, a 5'10", 175-pounder, sophomore out of Oklahoma State University. We have a lot of Division I players playing this year here in the NBC. Powered by Evergy. So Sean Johnson ready to go to work, and Trinkle's up there. First pitch is hit to the second baseman, Jung. Jung goes to his right, goes across his body to Bozier for out number 1. So a 1 pitch and 4-3 put out for the first out. And that will bring up the right fielder, number 6, Jack Malone. Malone will also be batting from the left side. His hometown is Phoenix, Arizona, 5'11", 180-pounder. First pitch is fouled off to the left side. As the count goes, no balls, 1 strike. She's a freshman out of Point Loma Nazarene University. That one missing for ball 1, so the count will now go to 1 ball, 1 strike. One and one now the count, and here's Johnson's pitch. Misses high for ball 2. That one looked like it was about 87 miles an hour by Johnson. So 2 balls, 1 strike now to Malone. Fastball lifted to the right-hand side. Jung picks it up, goes to first. A great job by covering there by Sean Johnson, the pitcher. As Jung picked that ball up and Bozier went right in front of him, and Jung had to throw over him to get the ball to first base and just threw it right at the bag, and covering was Sean Johnson to get the out. Great play there by Jung and Johnson. So that is a 4-1 put out for out number 2, and that will bring up the catcher, number 33, Cade Brewer. First pitch is called strike 1 now to Brewer. Brewer is a right-handed batter from Sherman, Texas, 6', 190-pounder, where he's a sophomore out of Hill College. That one called strike 2, so the count goes no balls and 2 strikes. Oh, 0-2 to count. Here's the pitch. That one lifted into center field. Cullen backing up. He gets under it, makes the catch for out number 3. So a 1-2-3 inning for both teams here in the first inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base for the BJ's. At the end of 1 inning play, we have no score. We would like to thank our sponsor, MedZone. MedZone is official hand sanitizer of the 86 NBC World Series. MedZone, proud to be the official live stream partner of the NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. Once again, we welcome you all here to the NBC World Series. We are at X Stadium in Wichita, Kansas, on the campus of Wichita State University. As this is a winner's bracket game. The winner of this game will be one of two teams that stays undefeated here in the tournament. And they will be facing the Cheney, Kansas Diamond Dogs on Saturday night. The loser will be playing tomorrow evening. Those times have not been determined yet until they decide what teams are going to be competing on Friday. So Cole Evans will be getting ready to work his second inning of work here for the Liberal Kansas BJ's. Wasn't given a list of the umpires, but I believe it's Ben Harlow, Mike Lentz, and Josh Shepis out there working. Unless they changed on us, they usually just switch around. And we're ready to go to work. Braden Bozier is up there, the first baseman now for the Santa Barbara, California Forsters. I was thinking of San Diego Waves there as I wanted to say hi to our friends Kathy and John Shin from the San Diego Waves if they're listening in. I wanted to give you a hello. I call him the legendary pitching coach for the San Diego Waves. Count goes to 1-1 strike now to Bozier. That one hit hard to the shortstop. Shortstop White moves to his right, and he throws the first baseman Ward off the bag, not able to make the tag as Bozier will be on at first base. I'm sure that will be an error on the second baseman. Be E4. That will bring up the catcher number 10, Noah Cardenas. So Cardenas up with Bozier now at first base as we have our first error here of the ball game. And here's Evans' pitch. That one hit to the third base side, but it's going to be foul as the count goes no balls and one strike. No balls, one strike now to Cardenas. And here's Evans' pitch. There goes Bozier to second base. No throw down. As a breaking ball at 81 miles an hour. And Bozier records his stolen base. So he's now in scoring position with no outs here in the top half of the second inning. Two and one now, the count. To Noah Cardenas. As we have a runner on second base here in the top half of the second inning. No score. That one lifted into right center field. Malone moving to his right now. He's coming in, tagging up from second base will be Bozier. There's the throw to third base. Not going to be in time as Bozier is in safely. So Cardenas does his job as he moves the runner over with a fly out to right field. We're out number one. That will bring up the right fielder number 7, Ryan Hogate. One down now, and a runner on at third base here in the top half of the second inning. Third baseman now coming in just a little bit along there for Liberal. There's a pitch to Hogate, misses outside for ball 1. Count is 1 ball, no strike now to Hogate. That one lifted into a left center field. Backing up is the left fielder, Folds. He's going to make the catch, but tagging up from third base will be Bozier, and he'll score easily. And the Santa Barbara, California Foresters are on the board as a fly ball to left field. We'll get an RBI there for Hogate. And the score is 1-0 now in favor of the Foresters. Brings up the third baseman, number 6, Sean McLean. Two down now here in the top half of the second inning. First pitch called strike 1. That was at 90 miles an hour. So no balls, 1 strike now to Sean McLean. That one fouled off there by McLean. The count goes no balls, 2 strikes. We are in the top half of the second inning, 1-0 in favor of the Foresters. And here's Evans' pitch. That one misses inside, almost hits McLean as he has to get out of the way there. And the count now will go to 1 ball and 2 strikes. And here's the pitch by Evans. A swing and a miss there by Sean McLean as he goes down for out number 3. That is the 3rd out of the inning. The first strikeout recorded by Cole Evans. Top half of the second inning for the Foresters. They score no runs on no hits, 1 error, and nobody left on base. At the end of 1.5 innings of play, it is the Foresters 1 and the BJ's 0. Once again, we're going to be going to the bottom half of the second inning. Due up for the Liberal BJ's will be the first baseman, number 20, Cade Ward. Earnhardt will be on deck, and Delong in the hole. We have a lot of people chiming in on live chat. We welcome you to the telecast. Once again, this is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer. Jenny Olson, JW Productions, Jim Buckley, Michelle Culver, Cheryl Grasher, once again, we welcome you all here to the telecast. We hope you enjoy it. As we go to the bottom half of the second inning, due up for the Liberal BJ's, first baseman, number 20, Cade Ward. Ward is a right-handed batter. He's from Fort Worth, Texas. He fouls the first one off down the third base line. He's a 5'11", 230 pounders, a junior out of Lubbock Christian University. So the count is no balls, one strike now to Ward here in the bottom half of the second inning. That one misses outside for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Cade Ward. That one hitting the outside corner at 93 miles an hour by Sean Johnson, as that takes the count now to 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's a ball hit to the shortstop, McLean. McLean moves to his left, goes across his body to Bozier for out number 1. So a 6-3 put out if you're scoring at home with us for the first out. Going to bring up the designated hitter, number 32, Wilson Earnhardt. Earnhardt is a left-handed batter from Katy, Texas, 6'2", 220 pounder, where he's a sophomore out of Hill College. First pitch to him. Misses low for ball 1. Fastball at 90 miles an hour. This is artificial turf here at X Stadium on the campus of Wichita State University, the Shockers. And here's the pitch as the count went to 1-1. Swing and a miss there by Earnhardt. And the count now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. That one called strike 3 there as Earnhardt goes down looking for the second out. That is the first strikeout recorded by Sean Johnson. And that will bring up the third baseman, number 29, Tyler Delong. Delong will be batting from the left-hand side. He's from Hera, Oklahoma. 6'4", 200 pounder, freshman out of Hutchinson Community College. And Johnson's first pitch, there's a swing and a miss there by DeLong as the count goes no balls and 1 strike. I'd like to welcome Maria de la Maza to the telecast, cheering for Noah Cardenas. There's a swing and a miss there by DeLong as we'll get another strikeout there. Throw down to first base for out number 3. So the bottom half of the second inning for the Liberal BJs. They scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of 2 innings of play, it is the Santa Barbara, California Foresters 1 and the Liberal Kansas BJs 0. Once again, we'd like to thank MedZone, is the official hand sanitizer of the 86th National Baseball Congress World Series. MedZone, proud to be the official live stream partner of the NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. Thank you very much for your sponsorship. 9:13 here in Wichita, Kansas. Try to get you a temperature, I believe is like 77 degrees at game time. It is 76 degrees and clear. Do have 79% humidity. The winds are out of the southeast at 7 miles an hour. And the radar shows no rain here, which was kind of unusual because today it was awful cloudy here, even though the radar showed nothing. And we're ready to go here in the top half of the third inning. Due up for the Foresters. Center fielder number 33, Hunter Cullen will be batting from the left side. He's from Newport Beach, California. He's a 6', 190 pounder, a graduate out of Cal State Fullerton. A hard hit ball into right field. That may be gone as Holgate goes, correction, not Holgate, I'm sorry, as the right fielder Malone goes clear back to the fence, and that is a home run by Hunter Cullen. One pitch, and the score doubles up here as the score now is 2-0 in favor of the Forsters. We'll bring up the left fielder, number 22, Casey Dykstra. So one pitch and a one swing, and the score is now 2-0 in favor of the Forsters. Dykstra tries to lay down a bunt. Dykstra's batting from the left side. He's from Corona, California, 5'10", 190-pounder, a junior. Azusa Pacific University. And the count is 1-1 now to Dykstra. As Cole Evans wishes he had that last pitch back to Collins. He hit that over the right field wall. That one misses high for ball 2. The count now 2-1. To Casey Dykstra. And here's Evans' pitch. Just fouled off there by Dykstra. That will even up the count now at 2-2. As we are in the top half of the third inning, the score now 2-0 in favor of the Forsters. And stepping off is Cole Evans. Resets here, ready to go with that 2-2 pitch now to Dykstra. That one calls strike 3 on a breaking ball at 78 miles an hour. And Dykstra goes down looking for out number 1. That will bring up the shortstop, number 8, Matthew McLean. McLean flew out to right field his first time up. Count now goes 1-1 now to McLean. And here's Evans' pitch. That one breaking ball, 81 miles an hour, misses for ball 2. 2-1 now to Matthew McLean with 1 down here in the top half of the third inning. Ball hit to the shortstop. Shortstop Shepardson goes to first to Ward for out number 2. So a 6-3 put out for the second out. That will bring up the second baseman, number 2, Jace Jung. The Forsters advanced as they beat the Denver Cougars 8-0 in 7 innings in their first game. Here's the first pitch to Jung. As the count is 1 ball, no strikes. Jung flew out to the left field his first time out. He was 0 for 2 in the first game. There's a hard hit ball to the left side. That's going to be out of play as that goes over the BJ's bullpen. And that will even up the count now at 1-1. I'd like to welcome Jordan Houston. All of you watching, we hope you enjoyed the telecast. That ball hit to the first base side foul. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Jace Jung, as there is 2 down here in the top half of the third inning. Forster scored 1 run in the top half of the second and have scored 1 run here in the top half of the third to make it 2-0. And here's Evan's pitch. That one fouled off there by Jung. So the count will stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes. We'll find out exactly when the winner will play, hopefully before we get off the air here tonight. If not, it will be posted on our website, NBC Baseball, or NBC World Series, I should say. Count goes 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Jace Jung. Here's the pitch. That one hit to the right-hand side past the first base coach there. So the count stays at 2-2. Evans ready with the 2-2 pitch. That one misses inside into the ground there. So the count will go full now at 3-2. Great crowd here tonight in X Stadium. Everybody here is required to wear masks. That one misses inside for ball 4. So Young will be on with his first time. Will be on the base path, so on a walk. We'll bring up the designated hitter, number 17, Christian Encarnacion. He flew out to center field his first time as he made the third out. There's a throw over to first base safely as Jung. So Evans ready to go to work. And here's the pitch. That one misses outside for ball 1. So 1-0 now the count. So Encarnacion. With Young on at first base. And here's the pitch. That one also misses outside. That was a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. 2-0 now the count. There goes actually that was a fake line shot there to the second baseman, White. Young was faking to go to second base as he took off and then stopped. But that fly ball to the second baseman will end the inning. So the top half of the third inning for the Forsters, they scored no runs on one run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. The score at the end of 2.5 innings of play, it is 2-0 in favor of the Forsters. As we go to the bottom half of the third inning, for the Liberal Kansas BJ's, due up is the shortstop, number 12, Aiden Shepherdson. He'll be followed by Folds and White in the hole. And Sean Johnson ready to go to work for his third inning of work here for the Forsters. And the First batter will be the shortstop, number 12, Aiden Shepherdson. Shepherdson will be batting from the right-hand side. He comes from Round Rock, Texas, a 6'1", 190-pounder, junior out of Central Michigan University. And here's Johnson's first pitch, a swing and a miss there by Shepherdson. Its count is no balls, 1 strike. Fastball hitting the outside, missing the outside corner, I should say. That one at 93 miles an hour looked like. They got a speed gun out here, and but boy, they put it up there fast and knock it down fast. By the time I look up there, it's not there. That one's at 80, a breaking ball at 80 miles an hour. As the count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another fastball missing low. That ball hit to the third base side. Johnson gets the ball, goes to first base. Nice job there by Sean Johnson as he moved to his right, barehanded it, and threw the ball across to the first baseman, Bozier, for out number 1. So a 1-3 put out, and it will bring up the left fielder, number 24, A.J. Folds. That wouldn't have happened if Sean Johnson would have hustled off that mound. Then made a great one-handed catch as it took a bounce and bounced right into his hands and fired a strike over to first base. There's a ball hit to the shortstop, McLean. McLean fires across the Bozier, and that will be a 6-3 put out for the second out. And that will bring up the second baseman, number 8, Nate White. White will be batting from the right-hand side. He is from Arlington, Texas, 6 foot, 185 pounders, where he's a freshman out of Texas A&M Corpus Christi. That one fouled off there by White as the count goes no balls and 1 strike. And here's Johnson's pitch. That one a fastball right across. I believe that was 91 miles an hour. Breaking ball at 81 miles an hour that time, right across the knees for a call, strike 3. So that is the third out here in the bottom half of the third inning for the BJs as they go down. No runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of 3 innings of play, it is Santa Barbara, California Foresters 2 and the Liberal Kansas BJs 0. As we go to the top half of the 4th inning, due up for the Foresters will be the first baseman, number 23, Braden Bozier. And so far here for Liberal, we'll give you a count for the pitcher, Cole Evans. He has gone 3 innings, given up 1 hit, 2 runs, 1 earned run, 1 base on balls, has struck out 2 as he has faced 12 batters so far. And we'll give you Johnson's numbers in the bottom half of the 4th inning. So Bozier will be the first batter. Cardenas will be on deck, and Holgate will be in the hole. Here in the top half of the 4th inning, as the score is 2-0 in favor of the Foresters. In a winner's bracket game, winner will go on to face the Cheney, Kansas Diamond Dogs as they defeated Hayes 2-1 in this first ball game here tonight. Good pitching duel. So now up, first baseman number 23, Braden Bozier. And Cole Evans ready to go to work. Here's Evans' first pitch. That one hit hard into the infield. First baseman getting under it makes the catch, it looks like. I wasn't sure there because the Bossier was rounding first base and Ward was just stayed right there with it. He kind of almost went, Bossier almost went right around him there as he was trying to make that catch. Almost looked like he was whispering in his ear. That's how close he was for out number 1. That will bring up the catcher, number 10, Noah Cardenas. Cardenas hit a fly ball into right field as he had Bossier had advanced to third base on that play. Ended up scoring. Their call strike 1 there to Cardenas. So the count will even up now at 1 ball, 1 strike. That one misses high at 93 miles an hour fastball. So the count is 2 balls, 1 strike. Stepping off is Cole Evans. Now he's getting reset here. His count is 2 balls, 1 strike with 1 down here in the top half of the 4th inning. And he's ready to go to work. Here's the pitch. That one a breaking ball at 82 miles an hour, just missing. So the count will now go at 3 balls and 1 strike. And here's Evans' 3-1 pitch. Fastball is fouled off. That fastball at 91 miles an hour. And the count will now go full 3-2. To Noah Cardenas, who is catching this evening for the Santa Barbara Forsters. As we are in the top half of the 4th inning, the score 2-0. That one fouled off right back underneath us here. And the count stays at 3 balls, 2 strikes. So Cole Evans ready to throw the 3-2 pitch here to Cardenas. And here's Evans' pitch. The fastball just missing outside. That one fastball at 91 miles an hour, and Evans thought he had that corner. But Cardenas will be on at first base. It was just a tad outside. So Cardenas is on with a walk, and it will bring up the right fielder, number 7, Ryan Hogate. Hogate did play in the first ball game that Santa Barbara won, and he was 0 for 3. He did score an RBI here in the first inning as he scored Bossier. There's a pickoff there to first base, and looks like they're going to have him on a run down, and Cardenas is picked off. 1-3 to 6-3 for the second out, that is. And Hogate still up there. Good move there by Cole Evans. Caught Cardenas leaning to his right towards second base as he had taken a couple steps. And kind of froze him there. When first baseman had the ball, he took off towards second. And that first pitch is called strike 1. That's a fastball right across the knees at 92 miles an hour by Evans. So no balls, 1 strike now to Hogate. That one missing inside for Ball one. 1-1 now the count to Ryan Hogate. He's playing right field this evening for Santa Barbara. And here's Evans' pitch. That one in there for call strike. One ball, two strikes now to Ryan Hogate. Wind's picking up just a little bit here in X Stadium on the campus of Wichita State University. The Shockers, there's a swing and a miss there by Hogate as he goes down swinging for the third out. So the top half of the fourth inning for the Foresters, they scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of 3.5, it is the Foresters 2 and the BJ's 0. We'll take a small break and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to X Stadium here on the campus of Wichita State University for the 86th National Baseball Congress World Series, powered by Evergy. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer for tonight's game. Due up for the BJ's will be the leadoff hitter, center fielder, number 26, Caden Trinkle. Trinkle grounded out to the second base his first time up. Caden Trinkle played in 33 games this season for the BJ's. Came up to bat 150 times, had 54 hits. As he batted .443. The first pitch is strike one now to Trinkle. And here's Johnson's second pitch. That one, fastball missing outside. The count now goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball missing inside. That's a 93-mile-an-hour fastball by Johnson. As the count goes 2 balls, 1 strike. That was right at the knees of Trinkle as he moved out of the way. And here's Johnson's pitch. That one fouled off there by Trinkle. That will even up the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one hit to the left-hand side. McLean charging in. A great scoop there by Bozier, as that was in on the ground there on the right field side, and Bozier was able to scoop it up for the out. So we have a 6-3 put out. A little bit of help there from the first baseman, Bozier. It's going to bring up the right fielder, number 6, Jack Malone. Malone grounded up to the right side his first time out as he hit one to the second baseman, and both the first baseman and second baseman were covering. There's the ball hit to Bozier. He'll take it unassisted on 2 bounces, and that will be 3 unassisted for out number 2. And that will bring up the catcher, number 33, Cade Brewer. Brewer is 0 for 1 here tonight as he flew out to center field his first time up. First pitch to Brewer is called strike one. Brewer appeared in 25 ball games for Liberal. Went up the bat 82 times. did record 30 hits. There's a ball hit to the shortstop, McLean. McLean moves to his right, goes across to Bozier for out number 3. So a 6-3 put out in the books for the third out. And the bottom half of the fourth inning for the Liberal BJs. They score no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of 4 innings of play, it is the Santa Barbara, California Foresters 2 and the Liberal Kansas BJs 0. So we're going to go to the top half of the 5th inning now. For due up for the Foresters will be the third baseman, number 6, Sean McLean. Cullen will be on deck, and Dykstra will be in the hole. Coming in for his 5th inning of work now for Liberal will be number 44, Cole Evans. There's only really one pitch that he has thrown that he wished he had back, and that was the one to Hunter Cullen as he lifted that one over the fence in right field. Otherwise, he's pitched a pretty clean ball game. As a matter of fact, that's the only hit of the ball game for the Foresters. As we go to the top half of the 5th inning, 2-0 is the score. Try to get an update on our other scores here. Do a final from Hutchison. Looks like the Houston, Texas Express defeated the Rose Hill, Kansas Sluggers 5-3. So the Sluggers are now eliminated as they end up 1-2. That takes the Houston, Texas Express 2-1 now for the World Series. Now up is McLean. First pitch there to McLean is called strike 1, a breaking ball at 79 miles an hour. The count is no balls, 1 strike. Sean McLean, third baseman for the Foresters, up first here in the top half of the 5th. There's a check swing there by McLean, and umpire says yes, he did go, so he goes down, no balls and 2 strikes. We'd like to welcome all of you that are watching us on YouTube. Have a good ball game here. 2-0 is the score if you're just now joining us. Santa Barbara, California Foresters versus the Liberal Kansas BJs. My name is Frank Martinez, and I hope you enjoy the telecast. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to McLean. And here's Evans' pitch. That one missing outside, as that will even up the count now at 2-2. Had a good ball game here the first game. As the Cheney, Kansas Diamond Dogs defeated the Hayes, Kansas Larks 2-1. That one is fouled off there by McLean. Count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's Evans' 2-2 pitch now. Fastball, swing and a miss there by McLean. As he goes down swinging, that's the second strikeout by McLean here in the ball game. That is the 4th strikeout recorded by Cole Evans here in the ball game. We'll bring up the center fielder, number 33, Hunter Cullen. Cullen's the one that hit the home run to start off the top half of the 3rd inning for the Foresters to make the score 2-0. A pitch inside, corner, called strike 1 there by home plate umpire. This count is no balls and 1 strike. That one missing low. So the count will go down to 1 ball, 1 strike. Now we just looked out there at the umpires, and it's not the same crew that we had at the first game. So they did not give us that information. They normally do. But my understanding was that the copier machine was down and wasn't able to print up that information to us. So I do apologize to those umpires for not calling your name. Count is 2 balls, 1 strike now to Cullen. And here's the pitch. That one misses inside for ball 3. Cole Evans being very careful here with Hunter Cullen. This is the hitter's pitch here on a 3-1 pitch now. See what happens see if Cole challenges him or not. Fastball hitting the outside corner. Great pitch there by Cole Evans. That one at 90 miles an hour. And the count goes full now at 3-2. He pitched him away right at the knees. And here's the 3-2 pitch. That one fouled off there by Cullen. And Jim Buckley says, yes, the McLean are brothers. I kind of thought that. You must have been reading my mind there, Jim. First thing you think of when you see guys with the same last name, whether they're related or not. Count is full now. Here's the pitch. Oh, great pitch there by Cole Evans. That was an 81-mile-an-hour breaking ball and just froze Hunter Cullen. And he gets the strikeout. That's the second strikeout of the ball game here, our second strikeout of this inning, I should say, and the 5th strikeout of the ball game for Cole Evans. So there's 2 down now here in the top half of the 5th. That will bring up the left fielder, number 22, Casey Dykstra. Ball hit to the first baseman now. He backs up Ward, and Ward will take it unassisted. So we go 3 unassisted for the 3rd out. And the top half of the 5th inning for the Foresters, they scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of 4.5 innings of play, it is the Santa Barbara, California Foresters 2 and the Liberal Kansas BJ's 0. Once again, MedZone is the official hand sanitizer of the 86th National Baseball Congress World Series. MedZone, proud to be the official live stream partner of the NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. Well, thank you very much for your sponsorship. Due up here in the bottom half of the 5th inning for the Liberal BJ's will be the first baseman, number 20, Cade Ward. Earnhardt will be on deck and Delong in the hole. Sean Johnson coming out to work his 5th inning of work here for the Foresters. He's got a 2-0 lead. As we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Well, this is the last day of using 2 fields, 2 different sites, I should say. We've been, the first 4 days were split with games in Hutchinson, Kansas, at Hobart Detter Field. Great facility, home of the Hutchinson Community College. Due up for the BJ's will be the first baseman, number 20, Cade Ward. And Sean Johnson ready to go to work. Fastball at 92 miles an hour, just missing for ball 1. That would take the count to 1 ball, no strikes now to Ward. A breaking ball in there, missing inside for ball 2. That one about 88 miles an hour. Just took a little bit off of it. Another fastball. That fastball hit to the left side, the shortstop, McLean. McLean moves to his right, goes across to Bozier for out number 1. 6-3 is the put out for the first out. Brings up the designated hitter, number 32, Wilson Earnhardt. I do got to say one thing about this Forster team. I've noticed right away they're very, very smooth on defense. Plays all look routine. There's a check swing there by Earnhardt, and they check with the third base umpire, and he says no, he did not go, so it is a ball. So 1 ball, no strikes now to Earnhardt. And here's a pitch by Johnson. Fastball in there for call strike 1. That one at 91 miles an hour. As the count now will even up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Here in the bottom half of the 5th with 1 down. 2-0 is the score. The fastball misses high and outside for ball 2. That one at 93 miles an hour by Sean Johnson. And here's Johnson's pitch. That one hits the outside corner as the count now goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss there by Earnhardt, and as he goes down swinging for out number 2. That is the second time Earnhardt has struck out here in the ball game. And that is the 4th strikeout recorded by Sean Johnson. That will bring up the third baseman, number 29, Tyler Delong. Here's Johnson's first pitch. 93 mile an hour fastball misses outside for ball 1. One and 0 now the count. Johnson's pitch. That one hit to the right-hand side, but it's going to be foul. The first base umpire throws them arms up. Indicated foul ball. 1 ball, 1 strike now to DeLong. Johnson getting ready to throw his 48th pitch. Here's a pitch that is fouled off there by DeLong, as he has now thrown 35 strikes and 13 balls. Now swing and a miss there by DeLong. Catcher picks up the ball and goes to first base for out number 3. So the bottom half of the 5th inning for the BJ's, they scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of 5 innings of work, the score is 2-0 in favor of the Forsters. As we go to the top half of the 6th inning. Due up for the Forsters will be the shortstop, number 8, Matthew McLean. Young on deck, and then Encarnacion in the hole. Still a great crowd here in Eck Stadium. One of the best crowds I have seen. Of course, I have not been here just except for the last 2 nights. Was in Hutchinson doing the PA and play-by-play. Biggest crowd? Yeah. And we have a young man that's doing our telecast for us that says that this has been the biggest crowd. He's been here all 4 days. So about ready to go here as we go to the top half of the 6th inning. The score, Forsters 2 and the BJ's 0. Due up, shortstop number 8, Matthew McLean. And Cole Evans getting ready to work his 6th inning work here for the BJ's. First pitch, fastball, just missing inside for ball 1. Evans has thrown 76 pitches here so far. That one's called strike. As the count now goes 1 ball, 1 strike. He has 46 strikes and 31 balls. Thrown here tonight. Now 77 pitches. Swing and a miss there by McLean. As the count now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hard hit ball down to the left field line. That's going to be in for a base hit, maybe in for extra bases, as McLean is hustling down, and standing up at second base is Matthew McLean. Good hard hit there as the ball went clear to the fence area. Left fielder Foles was able to get to it before it got there, but McLean hustled down to second base, and he's standing in now with a double as he records his first hit of the ball game. That will bring up the second baseman, number 2, Jace Young. Fastball hitting the outside corner. 87 miles an hour for call strike 1. Young is 0 for 1 here tonight, as he flew out to left field his first time up and reached on a walk. That one misses for ball 1, so the count will even up at 1 ball, 1 strike. And we have Jim Buckley that says, Encarnacion, 10 home runs in 26 games are 1 short of our season record, which was set in 45 games. Thank you so much for the information there, Mr. Buckley. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Young. Runner on at second base and no outs. Foresters are threatening again here in the top half of the 6th inning, as they are up 2-0. And here's Evans' pitch. Breaking ball just missing low. So that will even up the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. .958 here in Wichita, Kansas. That one misses low for ball 3. So the count goes full now to Jace Young. Encarnacion is on deck, and Bozier in the hole. We get that far. And here's the 3-2 pitch by Cole Evans. That one called strike 3 as he took something off at 79 miles an hour. And Young goes down looking for out number 1. We'll bring up the designated hitter, number 17, Christian Encarnacion. He is 0 for 2 here tonight. So he flew out to center field and flew out to the second baseman. And here's Evans' first pitch to him here in the 6th inning. That one misses into the ground and ball 1. Good scoop there by the catcher, Brewer, keeping McLean at second base. This is why I love live chat, because our viewers are very, very smart. keep up to date on the stats, and we appreciate any and all comments. Count is 2 balls, no strikes now to Encarnacion. That one misses low for ball 3 with first base open. I'm sure he doesn't want to give him anything good to hit. Maybe he just heard our comment here about how many home runs he's got. Surely not. Well, Jim Buckley, he says, I'm sorry, I just couldn't be there in person. And so are we, Jim, because we were having some great weather here in Wichita, Kansas. Temperature's been around 70 to a low 80s. 76 degrees in most of our evenings. There's a fouled off there by Encarnacion, so the count is 3 balls and 1 strike. Three and 1 pitch now coming up by Cole Evans. We have McLean on at second base with 1 down. And here's the pitch. That one lifted into the right field. Malone backing up. Tagging up will be McLean at second base. Here's the toss down to the cutoff man shortstop. But in safely at third base will be Matthew McLean. That ball lifted into right field, but caught by the right fielder Malone for out number 2. McLean did tag up and is now standing at third base. And that will bring up the first baseman, number 23, Braden Bozier. So we have 2 down now with a runner on at third base, and here's the pitch. That one hits the inside corner for call strike 1. I believe that was a breaking ball at 80 miles an hour. So no balls, 1 strike now to Bozier. Fastball lifted to the right-hand side past the first baseman, but going to be foul, as now the count goes no balls and 2 strikes. It is 75 degrees now here in Wichita, Kansas. Nice cool evening. The wind's at 8 miles an hour out of the east to southeast, that it says. 0-2 now the count. Here's the pitch. That one misses high. Fastball there at 88 miles an hour. One ball, 2 strikes now. To Braden Bozier, the first baseman for the Forsters. Here in the top half of the 6th inning. 2-0 is the score. Ball is lifted to the third base side. That may be out of play, and it is, as the third baseman Delong was chasing after it. Was not able to get to it as it finally went out of play. And the count stays at 1 ball, 2 strikes to Braden Bozier. And Cole Evans. 1-2 pitch now. That one lifted into left field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Scoring from third base will be McLean. And Bozier, great at bat there by Bozier as he finally wins the battle with a base hit. That was a soft toss there to the left field. And he gets an RBI. The score now 3-0 in favor of the Forsters. And here comes the coach for the Liberal BJ's. That may be it there for Cole Evans, as he has thrown 95 pitches now. And that is going to be it for Cole Evans. We'll give you his final numbers here just shortly. See who's coming in to pitch now for Liberal. He is talking to the catcher right now. Catcher's in my way, so I can't tell you a number here. I believe it's number 7. Yep. So coming in to pitch now for a libero, we'll have number 7, John Kelly, a right-handed thrower from Rutherford, New Jersey. 5'11", 190-pounder. He's a sophomore out of Oklahoma State University. So coming in to pitch, John Kelly. And we'll give you the final numbers now for Cole Evans. As Evan goes 5 2/3 innings, gives up 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned runs, 2 base on balls. He struck out 6 as he faced 22 batters. So not a bad outing, even though he is in for the loss at this time. But when you give up only 3 hits, that's not a bad outing at all. They're going to finish up the warm-ups here. The first batter that he will be facing will be the catcher, number 10, Noah Cardenas. Cardenas reached on a base on balls his last time up and flew out to right field. Bozier on at first base with 2 down here in the top half of the 6th inning. 3-0 is the score now. Favor of Santa Barbara, California Foresters. Zachary Beeson says he's watching from Eastern Indiana. He says he wishes he could be here in Wichita also. Zach, so do we. Maria de Lamas is from California, and she's watching also. We welcome you. She says she's watching her grandson, Noah Cardina, number 10, who is now up with 2 down. And here's John Kelly's first pitch to Cardina. There goes the runner, Bozier. That one hit to the shortstop, Shepherdson. Nice job there by Shepherdson as he took it on 1 bounce. Went over to Ward. So a 6-3 put out for the 3rd out. But not before the Santa Barbara, California Foresters. They score 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. At the end of 5.5 innings of play, it is the Foresters 3 and the BJ's 0. Once again, we'd like to thank MedZone, is the official hand sanitizer of the 86th NBC World Series. MedZone, proud to be the official live stream partner of the NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. We're going to go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Due up for the Liberal BJ's will be the shortstop, number 12, Aiden Shepherdson. He'll be followed by Folds and White in the hole. And we did give you the finals there from Hutchinson. The first game was Houston, Texas Express 5-3 winners over the Rose Hill, Kansas Sluggers. And now in the second game, there in Hutchinson. We go to that game there and give you that score. Now in the bottom half of the 5th inning, it is Hutchinson 3 and the Hattiesburg Black Sox 0. As Hutchinson just scored 1 run in the 4th inning and 2 runs in the bottom half of the 5th inning. There is no outs with a runner on at second base. So we're ready to go here at Johnson, working his 6th inning of work. And up there is Shepherdson. The count is 2 balls and no strikes now to Aiden Shepherdson, who's playing shortstop this evening for the Liberal BJ's. Here's the pitch. That one misses outside for ball 3. So 3 balls, no strikes. And that one calls strike 1. Three and 1 now the count. There's another called strike right across the knees, as the count now goes full at 3 and 2. And Shepherdson goes down for out number 1. That was Johnson's 6th strikeout of the ball game recorded. We'll bring up the left fielder, number 24, A.J. Folds. Folds is 0 for 1 here tonight as he grounded out to the shortstop in the 3rd inning. 1 ball, no strikes now to Folds. That one misses low for ball 2. Johnson went down 3-0 on Shepherdson and came back and got him. So we'll see here what Johnson does. That one hitting the outside corner at 92-mile-an-hour fastball, as the count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. And here's Johnson's pitch. That one fouled off there by Folds. That will even up the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. One out here in the bottom half of the 6th. 3-0 is the score in favor of Santa Barbara. And Johnson thought he had that for a strike, but it's called ball. So the count will go full now at 3 and 2. Swing and a miss there by Folds as he goes down swinging for out number 2. That's the 2nd strikeout of this inning and the 7th strikeout recorded by Sean Johnson. That will bring up the second baseman, number 8, Nate White. And here Johnson's first pitch to him. Fastball misses low and outside, 93 miles an hour by Johnson. Breaking ball just misses outside for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes now to Nate White here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. That ball hit to the third baseman. Third baseman waiting on it. One-hands it. Great job there by McLean as he one-handed that on the second bounce and threw over to Bozier at first base for out number 3. What a great defensive play there by McLean there. That's Sean McLean making that play for the 3rd out. 5-3 put out. That's a major league play there, folks. The bottom half of the 6th inning for Liberal. They scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. As we're going to go to the top half of the 7th inning. Due up for the Forsters. will be the right fielder, number 7, Ryan Holgate. And John Kelly coming back in out to pitch here as he replaced Evans. Or Evan, I should say. Holgate will be the first batter. He'll be facing McLean, will be on deck, and Cullen in the hole. Once again, we hope you're enjoying the telecast. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer. I will take a game off tomorrow, the 6 o'clock game, and then I'll come back and announce the 8:30 game for you on YouTube. Then I'll move over to PA on Saturday and Sunday. Then I'll have the call for the championship game on YouTube on Monday night. So we're ready to go here as John Kelly, the first pitch to Holgate, is lifted to the left fielder. Left fielder backing up and jumps up and gets that at the wall. So we have out number 1. That left fielder, A.J. Folds, staying with it and making the catch for the first out. Ball didn't look like it was hit that hard by Holgate, but the ball really carried a long ways. And that will bring up the third baseman, number 6, Sean McLean. McLean, who had that great play there to finish up the bottom half of the 6th inning with a one barehanded catch there. Oh, that hits McLean on the ankle. And he goes down and he's hurting. Trying to walk it off there, gets up, and looks like he is going to walk it off, and he's going to be going to first base. He's still limping, though. Everybody here in the crowd gives him a nice hand. Now stopping halfway as the trainer comes out and works on him just a little bit. Bill Pintard coming out also to check on him. Everybody wearing their mask as they're supposed to. And McLean will be okay now. Looks like he tried to run it out there towards first there. When he first went down, you could tell he was in a lot of pain. Those things are stingers there. Sometimes he's still running towards right field now, trying to work it out. But I think he's going to be okay. Tough little kid there. And coming up will be the center fielder, number 33, Hunter Cullen. So McLean is on as a hit batsman. We have one down here in the top half of the 7th inning. Runner on at first base. Scored 3-0 in favor of the Forsters, if you're just now joining us. And John Kelly ready to get to work. There goes McLean to second base, and that one is swung and missed and for strike 1. So Sean McLean gets a stolen base. That's one way to work that out. So now he is in scoring position now, as Hunter Cullen is up there with no balls and 1 strike. Here's the count to him. And here's Kelly's 0-1 pitch. That one hit to the right-hand side. Ward will take it unassisted. Moving over to third base will be McLean. So we have 2 down now here in the top half of the 7th inning. Due up now is the left fielder, number 22, Casey Dykstra. Casey batting from the left side. So 0 for 2 now here tonight. Dykstra went 2 for 3 in the first game against the Cougars. He scored 1 run, had 2 RBIs, did have 1 strikeout. That one looks like it hit Dykstra, so he will be on at first base. Second hit batsman here today, or correction, in this inning. And they'll bring up the shortstop, number 8, Matthew McLean. Runners at the corners now at first and third. As McLean stands at third, Dykstra at first, with 2 down here in the top half of the 7th inning. The score now is 3-0, but the Santa Barbara, California Foresters are threatening, with runners now in scoring position, or 90 feet away is McLean. And here's Kelly's first pitch. Ball hit hard and it is fouled off there to McLean. As the count goes, no balls, 1 strike. So John Kelly ready to throw the 0-1 pitch to Matthew McLean, the brother of Sean McLean. Here's the pitch. There goes Dykstra to second base. It's a stolen base. There is no throw down. Now 2 runners in scoring position for Matthew McLean, as there is 2 down here in the top half of the 7th inning. That one missing for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Matthew McLean. As McLean is 1 for 3 here tonight. He ended up having a double his last time up and scored a run. That ball hit hard to the right-hand side. Malone camps under it, makes the catch for out number 3. So Kelly gets out of the jam there. So the top half of the 7th inning for the Foresters, they scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. At the end of 6.5 innings of play, the score is 3-0 in favor of the Foresters, and we'll be right back. All right, we welcome you back here to X Stadium on the campus of Wichita State University for the 86th National Baseball Conference World Series, powered by Evergy. As we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning, the score, is the Forsters 3 and the BJ's 0. And we're going to have a new pitcher now for the Forsters. Looks like it's going to be number 38 now. Will be Coleman Huntley III. He's a right-handed thrower from Grass Valley, California. 6'3", 215-pounder. Graduate out of Point Loma Nazarene. First batter he'll be facing will be the center fielder, number 26, Caden Trinkle. I'll give you the final numbers there for Sean Johnson here in just a second. Let me get number 38 in the books here. That one misses high for ball one. So the count goes 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 2 strikes now to Trinkle. And for Sean Johnson, that ball is fouled off, so the count will stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes. He ends up with 6 innings of work. Gave up no hits, no runs, no earned runs, no base on balls. Struck out 7 as he faced 18 batters. Nice job there by Sean Johnson for the Forsters. That one also fouled off there by Trinkle. Count stays at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Once again, we are in the bottom half of the 7th inning. The score 3-0. Favor of the Forsters. That one fouled off once again there by Trinkle. He is 0 for 2 here tonight. As he is 1 for 8 in the whole tournament here in the World Series. Batting 125. Here's the pitch. That one a swing and a miss there by Trinkle as he goes down for out number 1. So Huntley records his first strikeout. That will bring up the right fielder, number 6, Jack Malone. Malone is 0 for 2 here tonight. Grounded out to the second baseman with the pitcher covering. Then went to there's a swing and a miss, and there goes the bat flying there from Malone. Goes clear back to the backstop area. It is retrieved there for him. So the count is no balls, 1 strike. Count is no balls, 1 strike now to Malone. And here's Huntley's pitch. That one fouled off there by Malone. As the count now goes no balls and 2 strikes. I believe that was 96 miles an hour fastball there. Let me take a good look here the next time. So Huntley ready to go to work here on his 0-2 pitch here. And here it is. Swing and a miss there by Malone as he goes down swinging for out number 2. Second strikeout recorded by Huntley. That will bring up the catcher, number 33, Cade Brewer. Brewer is 0 for 2 here tonight. Swing and a miss there by Brewer. That was a 95-mile-an-hour fastball by Coleman Huntley. Swing and a miss there once again by Brewer. And the count is no balls and 2 strikes. And the appealed at third base or first base, said he did go. So that is Huntley does come in and strike out the side for out number 3. That is third strikeout recorded. And at the bottom half of the 7th inning for the BJs, they scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of 7 innings of play, the score is the Santa Barbara, California Foresters 3 and the Liberal Kansas BJs 0. Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsor, MedZone. It's the official hand sanitizer of the 86th National Baseball Congress World Series. MedZone, proud to be the official live stream partner of the NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. And as tradition here at the NBC, we have Sweet Caroline going on. Top half of the 8th inning. We have Nick Masuda says this Forster team is incredible. Well, what we have seen so far from them, this is my first time seeing them this year. They have a very salty team. So we're going to go to the top half of the 8th inning. And John Kelly will come in for another inning of work. First batter he'll be facing will be the second baseman, number 2, Jace Young. As we get ready to get started on the top half of the 8th. 3-0 the score in favor of the Forsters. There's a hard hit ball into left field. Left fielder backing up. I think that's going to be gone. It is. That's a home run by number 2, Jace Young. The wind was taking it just a little bit, but that was well hit there by Young. As he got that up in the jet stream and just kept going. And a home run that takes the score now, the 4-0 in favor of the Santa Barbara, California Forsters. So we have had 2 home runs here tonight, one by Cullen and now one by Young. It brings up the designated hitter, number 17, Christian Encarnacion. When fouled off for strike 1. The ball hit to the shortstop, Shepardson. Shepardson goes across to Ward for out number 1. So a 6-3 put out for the first out. And that will bring up the first baseman, number 23, Braden Bozier. And Maria, we thank you very much for listening in. She thanked me for mentioning her. Well, we thank you for watching and putting up with this amateur play-by-play announcer. I've been a PA announcer for 26 years. This is the 26th year of announcing for the NBC World Series as the PA announcer. Just a couple years of play-by-play, and then I tell you, it's just a different animal, very different. Something I wish I would have got into a lot earlier. And I do tell the kids nowadays, if you want to get into it while you're young. Make sure you practice while you're watching TV and just turn off the sound and just call the game. That's the only way you're going to get started. I wish I would have done that when I was younger. I'm still learning as a play-by-play. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike. But I love communicating with people on live chat there. Ball hit to the right-hand side. That's going to be a base hit there by Bozier as he records his second hit of the ball game. That's 2 hits in a row, 2 singles in a row there by Bozier. As he recorded an RBI his last time up with that single that scored McLean from third base. That will bring up the catcher, number 10, Noah Cardenas. Now Bossier is 2 for 4 here in the ball game. That first pitch is ball 1. That was high. We have a runner on at first base with 1 down here in the top half of the 8th. 4-0 is the score in favor of the Forsters. There goes Bossier. The ball hit in the gap there between the third baseman Delong and the shortstop Shepherdson into left field. So Foles picks it up and throws it into the cutoff man, Shepherdson. Stopping at second base will be Bossier. Cardenas records his first hit of the game. And that will bring up the right fielder, number 7, Ryan Hogate. And Jim Buckley is full of information, and we really appreciate it, Jim. He said that was the number 9th home run of the season for Young, with the season only being from July the 1st. Well, we know that with a lot of leagues shutting down this year, everybody getting started late, not knowing exactly what was going to happen to a lot of leagues. I know the Sunflower Collegiate League was one league that stuck around here in Wichita. Commissioner Casey Walkup was able to get everybody on board. We started with 10 teams, and at the last second, one team dropped out. We got her to 9 teams and played a season, and Casey Walkup did a heck of a job. Their ball got away from the catcher there on a wild pitch, so the runners will advance to third as Bossier moves to third. Cardenas goes to second. And anyway, Casey Walkup worked on the schedule twice, 2 or 3 times as far as I know, and he was able to get the Sunflower Collegiate League to play a league season, and we have 3 teams in from the Sunflower Collegiate League, which was Hutchinson, Rose Hill, and the Cheney Diamond Dogs, and that hits Hogate, so he will be now going to first base. The bases will be loaded now, as Bossier is now at third base, Cardenas is now at second, and Hogate is on at first base. And that will bring up the third baseman, number 6, Sean McLean. McLean got hit by a pitch his last time up, struck out the first 2 times up in the second inning and in the 5th inning. Base is full with 1 down. Score is 4-0, and here is Kelly's pitch. Breaking ball, 76 miles an hour, just misses outside for ball 1. Swing and a miss there by McLean, and that will even up the count now at 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball at 92 miles an hour there by John Kelly. Wind picking up just a little bit out of the east-southeast. That one fouled off there by McLean. We're back in the stands, and a souvenir for somebody. And I'm looking down now as see there's still a lot of people here, which is great to see. We thank you very much for supporting the NBC World Series, this being the 86 version. Swing and a miss there by McLean as he goes down swinging for the 3rd time here tonight. And that is now the 2nd out of the inning. That will bring up the center fielder, number 33, Hunter Cullen. Cullen grounded out to the first baseman as first baseman went unassisted last time. He struck out in the 5th and then hit that home run in the 3rd inning. And John Kelly trying to get out of jam with the bases loaded. Swing and a miss, or that is fouled off, I should say, as that hit the mitt there after he fouled it off and went back to the backstop. the count is no balls, one strike. That one into the ground for ball one. That will even up the count now at 1 ball, 1 strike. So John Kelly ready to go with the 1-1 pitch now to Hunter Cullen. And here it is. Ball hits the right-hand side. That's going to be fouled down the first base side, as the count now goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. We are in the top half of the 8th inning. 4-0 is the score in favor of the Foresters. The bases are loaded with 2 down here in the top half of the 8th. And John Kelly ready to go with the 1-2 pitch. Here it is. Ball lifted into left center field. The center fielder, Trinkle, comes up and makes the catch for out number 3. So John Kelly did get out of that inning, but he did give up 1 hit, and that was a home run. So the top half of the 8th inning, that home run, we have 1 run on 3 hits for that inning. No errors and 3 left on base. At the end of 7.5 innings of play, it is the Foresters 4 and the BJ's 0. Score now is 5-1 in Hutchinson. Yeah, the Hutchinson Monarchs ahead of Hattiesburg, Mississippi Black Sox. And we're going to have a new pitcher now for Santa Barbara. Looks like it's going to be number 24 now. It is Peyton Paletti. Paletti is a right-handed thrower. He's from Benton, Arkansas, 6 foot, 165 pounder. Freshman out of the University of Arkansas. So he'll be coming in in the 8th inning here, as Huntley went 1 inning. And we'll give you his final numbers. I think he only faced 3 batters and struck them all out. Well, actually, they point streak never changed pitchers there, but we do know that Coleman Huntley came in the 7th inning, and he pitched 1 inning, struck out the side. So now due up for the Liberal BJ's, the first baseman number 20, Cade Ward. And Peyton Paletti now up to pitch here for the Foresters. First pitch to Ward is ball 1. Fastball, that one well above the head of Ward. And the count goes 2 balls and no strikes. Swing and a miss there by Ward. That was a 97-mile-an-hour fastball by Paletti. Swing and a miss there once again by Ward. That was 96 miles an hour fastball. So the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Paletti fell behind 2-0. There's a call, strike 3, and that one a 97-mile-an-hour fastball on the outside corner by Paletti. So we have one down here now in the bottom half of the 8th inning, and that'll bring up the designated hitter, number 32, Wilson Earnhardt. Fastball there by Paletti as called strike 1 at 96 miles an hour. To Earnhardt. That one misses high for ball 1. So the count will now go even at 1 ball, 1 strike here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. 1 out. That one called strike right across the knees. That one also a 97-mile-an-hour fastball by Paletti. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Earnhardt. And Paletti steps off and resets here. And here's the 1-2 pitch. That breaking ball there, called strike 3 by home plate umpire. That's the second strikeout here this inning, and the second strikeout for Paletti. That will bring up the third baseman, number 29, Tyler Delong. Fastball misses outside. That one at 96 miles an hour. That one misses high for ball 2. 2-0 now the count to Tyler Delong. DeLong is 0 for 2 here tonight. Swing and a miss there by DeLong, as the count now goes 2 balls and 1 strike. That one just misses low for ball 3. So 3 balls, 1 strike. 96-mile-an-hour fastball by Paletti. Misses low. That one called strike right around the outside corner. So the count goes full now at 3 balls and 2 strikes to Tyler DeLong. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss there by DeLong as he goes down swinging for the 3rd out. And that is the 3rd strikeout recorded by Peyton Paletti. The bottom half of the 8th inning for the Liberal BJ's. They scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of 8 innings of play, it is the Santa Barbara, California Foresters 4 and the Liberal Kansas BJ's 0. As we go to the top half of the 9th inning, we're going to give you a rundown on the game happening in Hutchinson. Right now the score is 5-1 in favor of Hutchinson as they are in the top half of the 8th inning. So far for Hattiesburg, the Black Sox, they've scored 1 run on 7 hits, 1 error. And for Hutchinson, they have scored 5 runs on 5 hits and no errors. They scored a run in the 4th inning to make it 1-0. 4 runs in the bottom half of the 5th inning to make it 5-0. And then Hattiesburg came back and scored 1 run in the 6th to make it 5-1. And that's where it stands as they are now in the top half of the 8th inning. All right, we'll get back to our ball game now. Leading off in the bottom half, or correction, top half of the 9th inning will be the left fielder, number 22, Casey Dykstra. He struck out his first time, grounded out to the first baseman, and then got hit by pitch last time. There's a swing and a miss there by Dykstra as the count goes no balls, 1 strike. Ball hit to the right-hand side. The first baseman, Ward, takes it is able to go to the pitcher, Kelly, but Kelly was not able to touch the base in time. And in with a base hit is Casey Dykstra. Great job, great hustle there by Dykstra as he records his first hit of the ball game. That was a chopper towards first base, and just Chad Ward was able to get to it, but the throw was not in time, and Kelly was not on the base. He tried to touch the base there, but was not able to get it in time. That would bring up the shortstop, number 8, Matthew McLean. Throw was over to first base and got away from the first baseman, but no advance. Four to nothing is the score here in the bottom half of the 8th. Top half of the 9th now. I was looking at the YouTube and they're behind. That ball hit to the right side, lifted on the right-hand side. Ward it gets under it, makes the catch. Nice job there by Ward at first base. Cade Ward, that is, as he hustled down the line. Now he's kind of grabbing the back of his leg there, like a little hammy. But I think he's going to be okay. So we have one down now. That will bring up the second baseman, number 2, Jace Young. So fly out there to the first baseman for the first out. There goes a Dykstra to second base, and he's going to be in with a stolen base as he hangs on to that base as he slides by on top of the base there and almost overslid, but hung on tight there to the red area on the base, as the bases are red, white, and blue. And that will take the count to 1 ball, no strikes. Dykstra gets recorded with a stolen base. And stepping off is John Kelly. As we have one down here in the top half of the 9th inning. 4 to nothing is the score in favor of the Forsters. That one misses outside for ball 2. That was a 90-mile-an-hour fastball there by Kelly. Just missing outside. Two balls, no strikes now to Young. And here's the pitch by Kelly. That one that misses high and outside there for ball 3. That was also at 90 miles an hour. Three-0 now the count to Young. Here's the pitch. That one in there for call strike 1. That one was a fastball at 89 miles per hour. As there is a runner now at second base. And there is ball 4 now to Young as he'll be taking the base. So now we'll have runners on at first and second with one down. We'll bring up the designated hitter, number 17, Christian Encarnacion. But before that, we do have might have a pitching change here coming up. I'm going to take a small break and go try to get I'll tell you what, I can find it here. I was going to go get the schedule for tomorrow, see whether they updated it or not. See if I had any times given to me yet or not. That is going to be it for John Kelly. We're going to have a new pitcher now coming in for Liberal. This is going to be a left-handed thrower. And we'll see exactly who it is here as soon as he turns around. These uniforms by Liberal, you can't see the numbers very well. I believe it's number 11. Yep, it is. So coming in to pitch for Liberal will be number 11, Rafferty Brown. He is a left-handed thrower from Alva, Oklahoma. He's a 6 foot, 170 pounder from Northwestern Oklahoma State University, where he's a junior. We'll give you the final numbers here for Kelly. Let me get over there first. Okay, we got for Liberal, for Kelly, he went 2 2/3 innings, gave up 4 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 1 base on balls, 1 strikeout as he faced 16 batters. So John Kelly is now done for the Liberal BJ's. And Rafferty Brown will now be pitching now for Liberal. Due up is designated hitter number 17, Christian Encarnacion. First pitch to him is in front of home plate there. Good job there by the catcher, Brewer, to be able to block that. So the runners stay at first and second. We have Dykstra on at second base as he reached on a base hit and then stowed second. And Young just reached on a walk. There goes Dykstra to third base, and he's going to be in safely. Young heads to second base. So Dykstra's now safe at third, and Young at second. With runners now at second and third, and 1 down here in the top half of the 9th inning. 4-0 is the score. The infield now comes in for Liberal. That ball is fouled off there, as the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Into the ground, gets away from the catcher. Run will score as Dykstra comes in to score. Rounding third base is Young. So the score now is 5-0 in favor of Santa Barbara, California Forsters. The wild pitch there by Brown. That was well into the ground, and Brewer had no chance to block that one. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Encarnacion. Ball hit towards the left side, right between the third baseman and the shortstop, as Shepherdson made an attempt there but was not able to get to it. Another run will score as Young comes in to score. So 2 runs have scored here in the top half of the 9th inning. Takes the score now 6-0 in favor of the Forsters. Encarnacion records his first hit of the game and an RBI. That will bring up the first baseman, number 23, Braden Bozier. That one lifted into left field. That's left fielder Folds backing up, not going to be able to get to it. It's going to be off the wall. Encarnacion now heading to third, rounding third base, and he will be scoring all the way from first base. And Bozier will be on at second base with a double, and that is his 3rd hit of the ball game and his 2nd RBI. Well, Folds went all the way back to the fence as far as he could go, but was not able to get to it. And now Bozier is standing at second base with that double. And it'll bring up the catcher, number 10, Noah Cardenas. First pitch to Cardenas is ball 1. Now the pitching coach comes out to talk to Rafferty Brown. Conference is over with now, so Cardenas steps back in. With the count, 1 ball, no strikes. Runner on at second base with 1 down. And that one into the ground in front of home plate. Nice job there by Brewer to stay in front of it. The ball did get away to the third base side, but he was able to corral it, and Bozier was not able to advance. 2 balls, no strikes now to Cardenas. It is now 11:02 p.m. here, Central Time. That one misses inside for ball 3. So 3 balls, no strikes. No one warming up out in the Liberal bullpen. And that one misses outside for ball 4. So Cardenas will be on at first base on a base on balls. And that will bring up the right fielder, number 7, Ryan Holgate. He got hit by a pitch his last time up, was left stranded at first base, flew out the left field in the 7th, struck out in the 4th, and had a sacrifice fly to the left field as he got an RBI as Bozier ended up scoring. As he tagged up, that was ball 1 there to Holgate. And Brown now ready for the 1-0 pitch. That one missing outside. Breaking ball at 72 miles an hour. So the count is 2 balls, no strikes. Runners on at first and second with 1 down here in the top half of the 9th. The score is 7-0 now as the Forsters have scored 3 runs. There's a ball hit into center field. That's going to score another run. Bozier will move around third base, and he does score. And Cardenas got tagged out at second base as that throw was coming in. He was rounding second base. A nice throw there by the center fielder, Trinkle. And Shepherdson made the tag for out number 2. So on at first base is Holgate with a base hit and an RBI. As the score now is 8-0 in favor of the Forsters. They have scored 4 runs here in the top half of the 9th. There's a check swing there by McLean for call strike 1. Eight to 6 put out for second out. That one almost gets away. It does get away from the catcher. It did hit the McLean. So that's why Brewer was not trying to go after the ball there. He knew that it had hit McLean. He pointed to McLean as that ball stung Brewer as it came off the foot or the leg of Holgate. Correction, of McLean, as Holgate moves to second base. So hit by pitch now. The second time here tonight for McLean. And that will bring up the center fielder, number 33, Hunter Cullen. That is the 9th batter coming up to the plate here in this inning, as the Forsters have scored 4 runs here in the top half of the 9th inning to take the score to 8-0. Ball hit into the third baseman. Third baseman backing up, making the catch for out number 3. That was Delong making the catch for the third out. Top half of the 9th inning for the Foresters. They score 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. At the end of 8.5 innings of play, it is the Foresters 8 and the BJ's 0. And we'll see if Valetti comes back out for another inning or whether we have somebody else. We do have a new pitcher now for the Foresters. He'll be number 26, Elijah Trest. Trest, a right-handed thrower from White Oak, Texas, a 6'3", 200-pounder from the University of Arkansas, where he's a sophomore. So Trest now on here in the 9th inning as the Santa Barbara Foresters have used now 4 pitchers here in the ball game. And due up for the Liberal BJ's should be the shortstop, unless we have a pinch hitter here. It is going to be a pinch hitter. It's going to be pinch hitting will be number 1 for Liberal. And that will be Cody Bickford. So Bickford now coming in. That one misses outside for ball 2. Is Elijah Trest now in for the ball game for Foresters. Bickford is a switch hitter from Burke Burnett, Texas. 5'11", 165-pounder. He's a freshman out of Seward Community College. Last pitch is called strike. So the count now goes 2 balls, 1 strike now to Bickford. Correction. That one misses high for ball 3. So 3 balls, 1 strike now to Bickford. And that was ball 4 to Bickford, and he'll be on base on balls. And that is the first base runner for the Liberal BJ's to touch first base. That will bring up the left fielder, number 24, A.J. Folds. So Elijah Trest now ready to go. That ball lifted to the right-hand side is going to be out of play, right over the dugout at first base. No balls, 1 strike now to Folds. White on deck. And Trinkle in the hole. We do have runner on at first base, no outs. As Bickford is taking a pretty good lead. That ball hit to the right-hand side. The right fielder is giving chase there. He does make the catch and a hard throw there to second base. That was Holgate making the catch in right field. for out number 1. That was right in about the Foresters' bullpen. But he was able to make the catch for the out. Big Ford stayed at first base, and that will bring up the second baseman, number 8, Nate White. Correction, I think we have a pinch hitter. We do. That pinch hitter was number 37. Sorry about that. And that was Bryce Donovan, pinch hitting for a libero. That will bring up the center fielder, number 26, Caden Trinkle. And Bryce Donovan flew out for out number 2. So we have 2 down now here in the bottom half of the 9th inning with Big Ford on base. Score is 8-0 in favor of the Foresters. One and one now the count to Trinkle. Playing center field here for the Liberal BJs. Fouled off there by Trinkle. The count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. We do know that the loser of this game will be taking on the Houston Texas Express as they defeated Rose Hill 5-3. That one fouled off there by Trinkle as the count stays at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Big Ford is on at first base, nobody holding him on as the infield is back with 2 down. And there goes Big Ford. And a stolen base now to second base. Basically given away there by the Foresters, as nobody even attempted to make a play on him. Two balls, 2 strikes now to Trinkle. And here's Tress's pitch. That one fouled off there by Caden Trinkle. And Tress ready to go to work here on the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss there by Trinkle, and he goes down swinging for out number 3. And that is the ball game, with the final score is the Santa Barbara, California Foresters 8 and the Liberal Kansas BJ 0. And we were 1 player away from a perfect game by the Santa Barbara, California Foresters as they allowed a base on balls in the 9th inning. They went 1, 2, 3 in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th inning, and then gave up a walk on the first batter in the 9th inning. So now the congratulations goes to the Santa Barbara, California Foresters. They will now move on into their only one of 2 teams now that are undefeated, as they now go to 2-0, and they will play on Saturday. Saturday we'll have 2 games here at Wichita State University. I'm not sure if they'll play at 6 or at 8:30. Most likely 6 o'clock, but we'll post that on our website. They have not told me yet. But they will be facing, the Santa Barbara, California Forsters will be facing the Cheney, Kansas Diamond Dogs. The Cheney, Kansas Diamond Dogs are the team that ended up as runners-up last year in the 2019 NBC World Series, as the Seattle Studs won that championship. So now the Liberal Kansas BJ's, they move down to game they will be playing as Friday, and they will be facing the Houston, Texas Express. So they'll be facing the loser between Hayes, which was Hayes and Cheney. Hayes will be taking on either Hutchinson or Hattiesburg. The last score I saw was 5-1. Let me just go back here and check it again. Wow, that game has gotten close now. It is in the top half of the 8th inning. The Black Sox have scored 3 runs, and so now the score is 5-4 in favor of Hutchinson, as they are in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Once again, the winner of that game will be taking on Hayes, and that game also will be here at Wichita State University. And like I say, we're not sure who will be playing when yet. Depends on the 4 teams that are in. So the stage is set for tomorrow, as we have 2 games here at Wichita State University at 6 o'clock and at 8:30. And then 2 games on Saturday, knowing that one of them is going to be the Santa Barbara, California Forsters against the Cheney, Kansas Diamond Dogs. Boy, that's going to be a great game. And then the other one will be the winner of the games tomorrow between Hayes and the Houston, Texas Express. Correction, between Liberal and the Houston, Texas Express. And then we know that the other game will be the Hayes Larks, and they'll face either Hutchinson or Hattiesburg, Mississippi Black Sox tomorrow. So that's all our action for tomorrow. Once again, the final score on a near perfect game. Went 28 batters here tonight, as they gave up one base on balls, or else it would have been a perfect game. And congratulations to the Santa Barbara Forsters, as they used 4 pitchers: Sean Johnson, Coleman Hutley, Peyton Paletti, and Elijah Tress, as they pitched a no-hitter against the Liberal Kansas BJ's. So congratulations to the Santa Barbara, California Forsters, and on that no-hitter, combined through 4 pitchers. But almost a perfect game here tonight by the Forsters, just giving up that 1 base on balls. We want to thank you all very much for joining us here. Don't forget, tomorrow it will be those 2 games that are going on. Like I say, not sure what time, but we'll find out. We'll post it. And we'll hope to see you tomorrow. I'll have the second game at 8:30. Todd Hook will be calling the first game, I believe. So we'll see you tomorrow night. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer. Thank you for joining us on the 86th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. Thanks to our sponsor, MedZone, as the official hand sanitizer of the 86th NBC World Series. MedZone, proud to be the official live stream partner of the NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. This is Frank Martinez wishing you a good night. We'll see you tomorrow night here for the game starting at 6 o'clock. Good night.